the Counter Slave, show we play 30k, and as the only game that exists, you need no explanation. So here's Clarence and Matt.
Again. Matt's
back after, what, 12 months hiatus?
12 months.
12 years. 12 years.
We're back.
12 years this way. Got a lot of yellow I'm seeing here.
Yes.
Not the good kind.
Not the good kind.
Not the kind that's on Hazard
the golden
Strike.
kind. Okay. The fisty kind, let's say.
Yes. Right up there, fisty.
What you got? A Primarch I'm seeing?
I have Dorn.
The Dorner. Can't corner him. And you have...
Iron Warriors.
Again, Iron Warriors, yeah. It's a theme
here.
Yeah.
And 2250, so a little different than 2500.
I ran out of points.
Yeah.
I got more stuff in the works.
What else can we say? New board.
Pretty.
Different than the last board. More blockier, fire laney, I would say. But yeah, we'll be back with armies and terrain and non-terrain.
2250 Imperial Fists. All Imperial Fists this time. Today it's being led by Dorn, without his mustache. Rounding in my HQs, I have Sigismund, because I will never play a game without him, and Alexis Pollux. My two troop choices today, I have 5-man Terminator squad with 5 combi plasma, 2 chained fists, 3 power fists, teleportation transponders, and I also have 5 Templar brethren. The leader has a Solarite power gauntlet. They all have melta-bombs, combat shields. There's a Vox and a Vexilla, because I had to use some extra points. I've got a 5-man plasma support squad with 4 plasma guns, a combi plasma on the sergeant who has artificer armor, melta bomb, and a power axe. They all have additional close combat weapons. 9-man veteran squad who will be weapon masters today, because we can't have marksmen anymore, which really hurts my Imperial Fists. There's 9 of them. They have a Vox, and the sergeant has a power fist, artificer armor. They all have melta bombs. They have a dedicated Rhino today with extra armor, dozer blade, hunter killer missile, and that's it there. Fast attack, the good old fasty Dreadclaw, which will probably get blown out of the sky turn 1 as per normal. 5-man heavy support squad, all with las cannons. The leader has artificer armor, melta bomb, power axe, and the augury scanner. And to top it all out, we've got a Whirlwind Scorpius with the dozer blade and extra armor. And that's 2250.
2250 point Iron Warrior Trader / Sons of the Sigillite list. Got Golg, he's my warlord. I have a Siegebreaker and Cataphracti with Combi Melta and Chain Fist. Got 5 Iron Havocs with the Augury Scanner and Artificer armor and Melta Bomb on the Sergeant. Got 5 Recons with Melta Bombs, Camellia Line, Artificer armor on the Sergeant, and Bolters. Got 5 Tyrants with stock. Got 5 Tartaros Terminators with Combi Grenades and Chain Fists. 5 Cataphracti with Combi Bolters and Chain Fists. Dreadnought Talon with Multi-Melta, Heavy Flamer, extra armor and Armored Ceramite. Iron Circle, and 2 separate quad mortars with Shatter and Phosphex. That's 2250. Alright, so we rolled 3 objectives, which kind of in the straight line here, right down the center of the board. And then we also rolled Hammer and Anvil, so short table edges.
It's becoming a theme on the channel.
So, I won, or I lost the roll. Matt picked that side, he gave me this one. I deployed first though. So got Havocs on the bridge. We got artillery and kind of like the hammer wedge of Terminators, like charging down the street where all the objectives are. I got Tyrants and the Siege Master in the building. And I got the Dreadnought's kind of hiding from his last cannons behind the line of sight terrain, and then the last piece of artillery just back there in the forest, and I have a unit of reserves. In reserve, I have my recon squad that'll be outflanking.
I won the roll-off, as Clary told, so I took this side of the board. Clary had far more stuff to deploy than I did. We have my Scorpius hiding from the Iron Havocs because they're gross, and I know what they do very well. Alexis Pollux has joined the veterans in the Rhino, riding in the backfield. And the heavy support squad's up top with some clear line of sights down the street. So maybe they'll kill a Terminator or something. We'll come back to you with my reserves. So we had my Death Star today. Sigismund, Dorn, and the Templar Brethren in the Dreadclaw. Yeah, that's legal. And deep striking, I have the Terminators, and because I have Alexis Pollux today, he confers deep strike to 1 unit, and I gave that to my tactical support squad. So they'll be deep striking as well. So we'll come back to you after first turn.
Iron Warriors, aka the best Space Marines on the table, turn 1. I'm just starting down over here. My Phosphex Mortar shot at his Devastator heavy support squad in the building. I hit, well, it scattered a little, but because of the Phosphex, it managed to clip all 5. I did 3 wounds. I killed the 3, that weren't the Sergeant because of how it works. And then I shot with my Iron Circle at the squad with the Sergeant, the guy left. And I did 2 wounds, and he rolled the double 1s for his saves, so managed to pick off the last 2. It was very good, got me first blood. Iron Havocs didn't do anything because they couldn't see. The Terminators moved up a bit. Again, not a lot of line of sight to shoot. With the second quad mortar, did actually shoot at the guys as well up there, but he passed his armor saves because of the hardened armor. And then yeah, everything else just kind of moved up. They ran where they could. The Terminators actually shot at his Scorpius, but he had reinforced the building, and I'm actually in his front arc. I can only see his side, so we got a 2-up cover save. Passed all of the hull points I put on him, so that's pretty good for his Scorpius.
And all 3 of those buildings were reinforced.
Yeah, they're all reinforced, so they're all reroll whatever to the saves. Ones, yeah. Actually, shit, you didn't pass any of them. You rolled 2s for all of them.
Oh.
Yeah, so
what just happened?
His thing he rolled 2s. We keep on thinking it's +1 of the cover save, but it's reroll 1s for fail cover.
Oh, so he could have rerolled all the saves he failed, is what we're saying? Or
no, I'm saying he rolled 2 2s for his cover save.
For the Scorpius. Sorry, I thought about the guys.
So we'll see what that happens. It's not dead because it can't be, because it can explode it, but
right.
It'll probably just get immobilized and it'll actually have no impact. So
are we rolling that right now?
Yeah,
or
we can roll it right now. I got 1 pen.
No, just do it live.
Yeah, so right here, what do we got? It's a 1, so it's shaken.
Perfect.
So can't shoot next turn. We'll see the Imperial Fists, how they come down, and they deep strike and all that. And we'll see at the end of Imperial Fist turn 1.
So that is the end of Imperial Fist turn 1, and it lasted 5 minutes. We'll start here. My Scorpius did nothing because of,
because it couldn't.
Yes. My Veterans and Pollux boosted up. I'm currently standing on that objective. My Dreadclaw started down here. I did the AoE blast. I killed a Terminator here. I killed 2 of the whatever the hell they are, the missile launcher dudes, and I even caused a wound on the other guy. So that was great. It also did lose 2 hull points due to the Iron Havocs, which I am accustomed to because
they intercepted it, didn't they?
Yes, they did, and Iron Havocs are very good at what they do. So I lost 2 hull points, but I did manage to save a few. That's the end of Imperial Fist turn 1.
This is the end of Iron Warriors turn 2. The Recon Marines did not come in, unfortunately. So basically what happened is kind of shuffled everything around to shoot this. I did manage to kill his Dreadclaw after a few different attempts of firing at it from the Dreadnoughts. It was the Reaper autocannon that finished it off on the Terminators, actually. Then I attempted to charge him with both Dreadnoughts. Only 1 made it. Failed the Hammer of Wrath. I put a wound on Dorn, who used his Sundering Blow, and got a pen and got an explode off that, which is kind of like unlikely, but it's all well. I managed to kill a couple other from Phosphex, and
the explosion put
a couple wounds on guys with wounds. So like all of their guys who have wounds have taken 1 at least for now. My Tyrants tried to shoot at the Scorpius, but they failed. He passed all of his armor saves. He passed like the 3 armor saves, so that was pretty good for him. And my Cataphracti kind of just marched on up, not doing too much. The Havocs had intercepted, so they weren't able to shoot in my turn. But yeah, so like unfortunately the Dreadnought exploded. We still put wounds on everything, and I'll see at the end of Imperial Fist turn 2.
It's the end of Imperial Fist turn 2. My year off is really affecting me because my dice suck and I'm making poor decisions like everything in life. We're going to start right here. My Terminator's deep struck within 6 inches of Dorn's teleporter transponder. I rapid fired into the iron circle. I caused a wound because I totally forgot about those guys up top in the building. Yeah, that's misplay number 1 this turn. Misplay number 2 is my beautiful plasma support squad. They got placed in the corner far away from battle after mishapping because I deep struck right here and rolled crappily again.
6 inches away from your Vox, that would have made them not scatter.
Yes, I totally forgot about my Vox, so that was misplay number 2. The only misplay so far is my Rhino, since we're down here, boosted up and turned.
There you go.
I put the guys back in because I remembered Phosphax. My Scorpius fired into the Iron Havocs, causing 2 wounds.
And killing 2.
Yep. I broke off. Here's misplay number 3 this turn. I broke off Sigismund, charged him into the Terminators. Figured he had a pretty good job of killing the unit by himself. Sergeant didn't accept my challenge. I rolled really poor, and I killed 1 but took 2 wounds in return. So there's misplay number 3 this turn. And Dorn and the Templars charged into the Dreadnought and killed that.
Yay!
I didn't take any wounds in return, so that was great. So that's my turn 2. I'm really doing good. Back with Iron Warriors turn 3.
Iron Warrior turn 3. No reserves again. Kind of moving down over here to the bitter war. I shot my turrets at his Terminators. I used the frag blasts. I got like 14 hits, 8 wounds. He failed 1 of them, so, you know, what can you do? I shot the Iron Circle at his Templars, and I didn't kill anyone. He charged in. Didn't kill anyone with the Hammer of Wrath, and only 1 out of his 2 successful Graviton Maul wounds killed a guy. And in return, he took 2 wounds from a Power Sword and from a Solar Ray Gauntlet. And then Sigismund managed to kill my last Terminators because he killed 2. I failed to hit, and then he got them with the sweep because I failed my leadership test. But speaking of that, moving down over here first, I killed his Rhino with the Iron Havocs, and then I started shooting his veterans with Phosphex and with Combi Bolters, and really just those 2 things, with Phosphex and Combi Bolters. And he failed his leadership 10 stubborn test from morale, and they fell back 9 inches. So, pretty interesting. We'll see how it goes. Recons might be coming in next turn, for sure they are. But we'll see how Imperial Fist goes. It's turn 4.
3?
3. Yeah, we can just...
That's the end of Imperial Fist turn 3. The dice are starting to warm up a bit now at this turning point. We'll start down here with my Plasma Squad. They ran again. You know, they...
Athletic.
Yes, very much so. They got a 4 this time.
Yeah.
My Scorpius had a full spread into Golg's unit. I killed a Terminator. My leadership dudes regrouped on that, leadership 10 stubborn finally. So they consolidated 3 inches. Sigismund joined the Terminators, who shot into the Tyrants. I killed the Centurion who was in it. Unfortunately, Phosphax is still in effect. That's fine. And Dorn cut down the Iron Circle by himself. It's a really close game. Clarence and I are saying we're having a lot of fun to each other. And we'll see you at Sons of Sigilite turn 4.
Iron Warriors turn 4. My reserves automatically came in. Rolled a 5, so I decided to kind of put them over here on this side. Hopefully they don't get blasted by anything. We'll see how that goes. Kind of starting where we are, right over here, I shot up the Tactical Marine Squad, or the Veteran Squad, with my Terminators. I did 2 wounds to Pollux, and the last one just got absorbed by a guy. I failed my charge and he did a 10. I rolled a 6, so that didn't really go too well. Then moving down over here. So I basically shot every single thing in blast mode at kind of like the group of people. So that's Phosphex, that's from both my quad mortars, that's frag frag launchers from my tyrants up in the building. And then there was also the Havoc shot their autocannons at Dorn's unit specifically. So between all of that, I killed like a Terminator, and I tagged everything with Phosphex, and I killed the Templar. So they're going to be kind of slowly moving, taking dangerous terrain, and kind of screwing around up in my backfield. And it's getting close. Wish I made that charge, but we'll see how it goes on Imperial Fist turn 4.
That is the end of Imperial Fist, turn 4. It's a really close game, and we're having lots of fun, and posing things for photos. So we'll start with our Scorpius. I shot into the recon squad. Behind me, I had line of sight with my Vox. I killed one guy. Not overly exciting. Alexis Pollux and his unit of veterans fired into the Terminators. I believe I killed one. I tried to charge, but he didn't feel like making his charge either. My plasma guys got to do something. They shot into the Terminators as well. I think I killed maybe one or two of them. Cleary made a few invulnerable saves. So, hey, they got to do something this game.
Not bad.
After running. Dorn charged into the Tyrants, killed them all, and is now overlooking the battlefield, seeing how his boys are finally doing.
Best view.
And Sigismund and his Terminators charged the battery. Sigismund did not kill it by himself because I rolled really bad again. But we ended up killing it. And they consolidated 6. It's a really close game, and we'll see at the end of Iron Warriors turn 5.
Iron Warriors turn 5. I'll kind of stare down over here. So I moved up. I shot with pistols and grenades over here, killing a guy. And then with the Combi Bolter and Gulg's Combi Melta, and that did nothing. Then I charged in. They failed to charge. The Terminator passed it. Pollux challenged, I accepted, and then he hit and wounded, and I failed my invul save, and so Gulg died from his initiative order 1 attack, special attack. Then my Terminator failed to wound with his 1 hit on his squad, so I lost by 3, but I still passed the leadership test. Which actually isn't too bad, contesting the objective. And then moving down over here, my Terminator rallied and snapshot off some rocks that did nothing. And then between Phosphex and Iron Havocs, I managed to kill 2 more Terminators, so he's down to his last one. Sigismund kind of chilling my backfield. Dorn's just up there looking and poising. Nothing's going to happen to him.
Getting a good show.
Yeah, he's just kind of observing. And yeah, it's getting down to the wire. Possible end of the game next turn, so we'll see you then at Imperial Fist turn 5.
So that's the end of Imperial Fist turn 5. We'll start down here. My Plasma Support Squad destroyed the Recon Marines, so they're gone, and Pollux and his veteran sergeant got rid of the lone Terminator, so that was really good. Dorn used his salvo weapon and killed the Tyrant Terminator, and I'm sorry, the Whirlwind shot into the Havocs, because I have a very short memory.
And killed
2 out of 3. Yep.
Whoa!
And Sigismund and his Terminator shot into the last Iron Havoc and didn't cause anything. So that's the end of turn 5. We rolled off, and actually, because of the rules, we're forcing turn 6 by Cleary's to my bitter end rule. So we'll come back to it at the end of Iron Warriors, Sons of the Sigillite, turn 6.
This is the fast end of Iron Warriors turn 6, just going down to Sigismund's unit. I shot it with the Phosphex. Passed both of his saves, or his 1 save. I shot a Shatter, sorry, not the Phosphex. Then I shot the Iron Havoc, who rolled double 1s to hit, and nothing happened to Sigismund, so I couldn't kill him out of spite.
Quickest turn ever.
Yeah, see you at the end of Iron Warriors turn 6, end of the game.
So that's the end of Imperial Fists, not Iron Warriors turn 6. Nothing happened. I just consolidated my troops, so I'm scoring 1 objective here, 1 objective there.
He's still in there?
Yeah, he's still in there overlooking the lone Iron Havoc, who we rolled for fun, because I imagine we were playing AOS for a moment, and Sigismund would have got gunned down on Overwatch for the double 6s on Cleary's part, and then the double 1 on mine. But
it wasn't for fun, that's actually what happened. Sigismund died.
Yeah, but he's still standing. So the final score is 8-1 for the Imperial Fists. Again, I've got the 2 objectives.
3 and 3.
I got Warlord for Gulg for being Falcon Punched. And I also have Implacable Unit 4 within 12 inches of the enemy board edge for Line Breaker, and Cleary got First Blood. So we'll come to you in our postgame show.
Welcome to the postgame show. You just watched us play 45 minutes of terrain discussion. So that was the end of the game. Matt beat me 8-1. It was
unexpectedly high for a score.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
Well,
a lot closer
that's
than
how
it
it.
was.
We all thought it would be like 3-2, like very close, but it was high.
You know, that's how the score like racks up towards the end of the
Yeah.
game, especially if you push it to turn 6. But
well, only one you had a real warlord, and then it was the Primarch too, so that changed a little bit.
But yeah, so it was 2250, which is, a little small, just because we do only play with only painted, so
My bad.
It's
Working
alright.
on it.
it's fine.
The Typhon's been repurposed.
Yeah, lots of my stuff is being reworked on.
And so Matt, MVP.
I don't really have much of an MVP. It was more of a collation of everything of today. Favorite moments were probably Alexis Pollux, though, him Falcon punching and
Yeah.
clearing some up.
Just like in the book.
Yeah, the non-Sigismund dying at the end for spite.
Completely died at the end. Sigismund was gunned down.
Everything worked pretty well today. I was pretty happy. How about you?
So it, of course, is going to the Iron Havocs because they are the best.
The workhorse.
Even without the bunker.
Even without the bunker,
Thank God.
though, the bunker or Kier Valen pretty instrumental in expanding their potential, we'll call it.
Ensuring they're ignored entirely.
Yeah. Well, just rerolling the ones makes the math. You get 96% or something like that to hit. So they're really good. The only thing that limits them is vision and Armor 14, we saw
They had a
last
pretty
game.
good view today.
They had a pretty good view. They're able to shoot a lot of stuff, and they can still just keep on putting the firepower on with BS5,
Especially with autocannons.
Yeah, it makes Terminator's 2s and 2s. He still has to take his saves, but he forced a lot of wounds through. Basically killed 1 or 2 off every round of shooting. It did a pretty good job. Other things also did a good job too. But they're just a constant in my list. They're dirt cheap.
They get shit done.
They get
every
shit done.
time.
And even at the end, he's trying to kill them with the Scorpius. He can't kill the Sergeant.
No.
He's got a rerollable save against that thing.
2+, baby.
Yeah, they're really good. I do kind of wish hardened armor applied to invols like it does for the Solar Auxilia for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Take what you get.
But so that was my MVP. What was your epic fail?
Probably the last cannon squad I didn't get to use, and then the 2 ones that I rolled, the first 2 turns my dice were bad.
Those Phosphex were on point.
Yeah, the Phosphex was good. Phosphex is much more fair now.
That's true. That's true.
It still hurts your 3+ armor, but I mean compared to the 10 hits you might get now, not even compared to
Crawling Fire's still huge though.
30 something we would rack up beforehand.
It was insane.
So Phosphex New Way is much better.
And that Crawling Fire, every once in a while, it's an extra 2 or
especially
3.
on a 5-inch template. I mean, it's good. But yeah, I didn't get to use the last cannon squad, and they too had hardened armor. Not like it did them any good.
Yeah, killed the last 2 with the Iron Circle.
And yeah,
So they're melting into the ground.
Yeah, that was your epic fail.
So my epic fail, I think I'll actually give it to my Dreadnought. And it's because
Which one though?
the first one, the one that got basically exploded off of Dorn's one attack.
That was lucky.
And it's because the Dreadnoughts out of everything had the best potential to really screw over Dorn and his
Strength
unit.
10, eh?
The strength 10.
That's the armor value.
If I was able to kill that one Power Fist, the Solar Ray Gauntlet before, at any point before going in with the second or the Domitar,
Exactly.
that would have really helped.
2 wounds on a Templar Sergeant's really good.
Yeah, and it's just Dorn to get to strength 8, only strength 8, he has to go down to 2 attacks, and the math ain't good, but he still managed to explode the first one in the first round of combat.
Yeah.
And
then I could assault next turn.
Yeah, it was just pretty souring. And that was the main thing I had that could have, killed the unit, tied up Dorn, really changed the flow of the game. And, it just didn't happen. So I'll give a epic fail to that. Failing the charge with the Golgan crew. It was a 10-inch charge the first time.
That's hard.
Kind of sucked too, but, That's way more improbable.
Matt, 2 minutes or less. Your thoughts on the game, sir?
I love the games that we always have here. They're always really close. They always come down to turn 3 or 4 before we get decided. There's only been a handful of games that have been real blowouts.
Yeah.
Beautiful table by Ben as always.
Thank you.
It's good. Yeah, it's a ton of fun, and I'm back now. I'm currently working on some 30k Blood Angels.
Nice.
I got Sanguinius done. I've got 3,500 points.
Sanguinius is looking good. He's looking good.
So you guys will start seeing me a lot more. I'll finish up the last of my Imperial Fist. It's been a really crazy year here.
Are you going to 30,000 with them or 3,500?
I can go up to probably 3,000.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see like Aaron soon. I just completed a bunch of stuff for him, so hopefully he'll do a few more things.
The demon
Maybe
allies.
start with some demon allies would be really cool. And then he can do a full blown like not really janky like word bearers list. With more stuff that gets completed. But that's what I've been doing. I've been painting a lot of not my own models recently, so. That's why my list hasn't really changed. It's been the same like thing over and over. It's because.
What are you working on? The second guy with the hammer?
Oh, it's not even finished. So the things I could complete
Is
for my
it
own
built
stuff.
yet, or is
No.
it? Oh, okay. So still waiting.
Yeah, I have like 10 missile havocs.
No,
I
that's
have
gonna be gross.
20 tactical marines that are like 80% or like 70% done. I have
Nice.
destroyers. I have a Cerberus that's like pretty like along the way too.
We're all excited to see this.
I'm not.
I have Seekers.
You gotta
like,
type in that.
That's why.
Yeah, I have Seekers I can paint. I have like Medusa. Like I got a bunch of stuff I can paint, and I just haven't really gotten the time. So
My stuff on the table right now for my Blood Angels, I've got Sanguinius done. I got my character done. I'm working on 2 10-man assault squads right now. I've got 10 Dawnbreakers, also known as Sanguinary Guard. Thanks, GW. Waiting for Angel's Tears, because I really don't want to get Destroyers and then repurpose them because there's just too much to count as. I've got Drop Pod Leviathan's done too.
Nice.
I got the Arcus on
Is
the
it the
way.
Blood Angels Leviathan?
It's Blood Angels
Oh
Leviathan.
my god, that thing looks amazing.
And I got the new Drop Pod 2. Really good model, by the way. Really good
Yeah.
update. So the Arcus, and I repurposed my Fire Raptor as well.
Nice.
So that's coming. And a Command Rhino as well.
How hard was it to put the drop pod together? The new one.
Actually, the new one is amazingly
The breeze?
easy. It's the base. It's not the 2 parts like the old one used to be. So it's the base, the 3 towers, and the central thing, and then 6 like winglets for each of the doors.
That's perfect.
And it actually has things screwed in so you can magnetize your doors too.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it doesn't break open like the old ones
Just
used
yank them
to.
off. They don't fit.
Yeah.
oh my god.
That's so much better.
So lots on the go. Got the Emperor's Children still going, and now that we have demon allies, probably gonna have some third company elite with some Slanesh demons for
That'd
that
be cool to see.
for that extra fluff. Imperial Fists are almost done. Just but
Clearly, you could do Mechanicum and something,
7
or vice
models?
versa, right?
Yeah.
And then you could do demons and or
so we got like 6 of us now. Between the 3 of us now, right now, we've got Garrett and Aaron's ready to go, and Jason whenever he's around.
if we can get them to play.
If we can get it. So yeah. So lots of armies.
Jason, if you're watching, come play 40k or 30k with us.
They'll hit 40k.
We'll just tell him it's 40k now.
We're gonna edit that part out.
He's gonna hold you to your
cut
word,
this.
Ben. He's gonna show up with his towel. He's gonna be like, "We're doing 40K now." Video proof.
Count as.
Just get those giant Gundam suits. Those supremacy armors.
Do we have any shit talking of 8th edition to do? Or?
I'm waiting for Sisters. That's
That's a positive.
That's
though. I mean,
that's what I'm waiting for. The new models look amazing.
Price
do.
changes, I think, is the most shit talking.
Yeah.
You can
Sort
get.
of random price changes, like $5 on random shit
It's
here
like,
and there, $10 on random shit here and there.
Hey guys, and there's this thing called inflation,
Like paint's expensive enough.
and it's like, yeah, like okay, Brexit coming, whatever, all that fun.
You get weird shit too. Like the shipping crates, I think were 60. Now they're I think 65. Just cuts. Like,
It's like
all right.
stuff has gone up like $20
Yeah.
over the years. Like no one's like very surprised, but you go like, okay, the new Forge World Knights that just came out got a price hike before they were released because they were available to be bought at
Yeah.
one of their events
Yeah.
for less,
Gross.
and then they're released for more
You were saying the Bloodthirster 170 now, right?
Yeah, my biggest gripe is the Bloodthirster used to be 140, and now it's 170 to match the
It was
other graded
expensive at
ailments.
140. Like,
But
it's
I
not
mean,
the biggest model.
No, it's not. But the fact that you have a $30 price increase, I mean, that's my math isn't good. That's what, 20%?
It's not working when you have stuff like a single model being 170, then you've got a $100 or
Like,
$200 box that has like 400 models.
All
in
the
it.
big monsters went up.
And it gets really bad when you look at the things that like also just got released, like the Lord Executioner for the Chaos Space Marines. That
Got
went
an
up
awesome
in
conversion
price.
for you guys coming, by the way.
Yeah, but like that went up in price as well.
Yeah.
It's like the stuff just came out. Like
Not even 6 months
it's not
ago.
like it's not like these are bad selling like legacy things where like you want to make some margin. Like it's
Yeah.
like this shit just came out.
The margin's there and everything though.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with how much
Obviously,
they
it's
produce in
like-
China.
It's a little silly saying like the markup isn't like profound.
Who's excited for Apocalypse? That whole weekend
Apocalypse,
release
like-
with nothing afterwards.
At least you got good deals on the boxes.
Yeah,
That's all anyone cared about, right?
Yeah.
It's true though. It's
Like,
like, oh, they're gonna have some cool boxes releases with some good savings. There was some, I think.
Honestly,
right?
we
Yeah.
need more of that. Like, that's the biggest seller I find is the good start collecting boxes, the good big things like Warcry is coming out this week.
And the value's good on Warcry. It is.
Like $200 for that whole con. Like that's the stuff we want to see. We don't
The
need
terrain.
$80 for a fucking box of 5 models.
like Kill
that's
Team
garbage.
when
Yeah.
it released sold
was
out super
160.
fast because the terrain was such a good deal in it
Yes.
alone.
And they previewed the price of the terrain separately beforehand, so everyone could do the math real simple.
And then you got like 2 boxes of guys, and you're like, oh well, I know how much that costs, and I know how much the terrain costs.
Exactly.
This is a really good deal.
Like I think the Warbands and Warcry are $60 a piece.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's 120 right there for the 2, and then you get those new models as well. Like
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
you get all-
Furies. Those I've seen those. Those are pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I like Warcry if I had the money to like it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah, me
So
too.
I
Hey,
have no
we'll
opinion.
give them this. At least they're smart. They're using the same board size as Kill Team.
Yeah.
So that's just a good idea. Like that would seem like common sense. But I'll give them an attaboy for that. Especially because they've got the Garden Moor one as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see more cheap terrain. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I just want to show an Apocalypse because I hate cards and the whole fucking thing is a card game. So. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Anything else?
Not really.
One more game soon.
Yeah, more
Well,
games.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.
Gods of war, may your hammer be mighty.